So you're telling me somehow, someway, episode 9 of Solo Leveling got over 1K dislikes. For what? Crying? Bro, when I was watching this, I was dead ass in tears. I was crying. You can't just tell me just because this episode didn't have any fighting that it deserves 1K dislikes. So, for the guys that don't know what's going on, recently a guy tweeted out saying Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 9 became the first of the season to hit over 1K dislikes on Crunchyroll. The latest episode showcased Jinwoo's emotional reunion with his mother. So I'm like in shock. Ain't no way I'm crying thinking this might be one of the most saddest scenes in 2025 and other people are over here disliking the show simply because it was sad. Now, I'm gonna be honest, originally I was going to ignore this because, you know, everybody's different. Everybody has a different opinion. So it's like cool. But for some reason, this guy said, hate me all you want, but 1 week wait for an episode that felt like filler wasn't worth it. Like, a guy can't cry no more? Like, bro, wasn't his entire reason for becoming a hunter was to support his family financially and help his mother's hospital bills? Like, this doesn't make sense! So, and then he says, what even happened in this episode? He got the cure, treated his mom, cried a bunch, and the S-rank hunters gathered for the Juju raid. You call this a episode? This feels like a filler. You could have easily adjusted this into other episodes or made a midweek release. A whole week for waiting just for emotional development, especially when the pacing is already messed up, is crazy. First of all, the mom scene was quite possibly the saddest thing I've watched all year. It was delivered perfectly. The sound, music, emotion behind the whole thing, the scenery, camera angle. Why possibly? I really don't think an actor can even pull this off. Shit, I can. Now let's talk about making this into a midweek release. Even though that sounds kind of decent, it really isn't. The whole point of his conquest for becoming stronger was for his mom's cure. And simply put, that's all he wanted to do. Low-key, there's really no point in making an exception for an episode simply because it was different, even though at the end of the day, that show was peak! Now, secondly, I could agree that the pacing isn't really the best, but there is a difference between manga and anime, and I think they're doing a perfect job. Each episode is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire existence, and they're covering the most important parts of the show. If they did go with the pacing on how they went in manga, we wouldn't be able to see Biru, and that is quite literally one of the biggest reasons why I'm watching the show still, because I just want to see that ant dude like completely shit on everybody. God damn. A guy said, whose name I'm gonna blur out, imagine calling character development filler. He said, if done well, character development can be intertwined in between episodes, which is true. And quite literally, that is what they did. They added a mom scene in like for 5 minutes, put it in the episode, and now everybody is on it for no reason. Like, bro, the episode was amazing. It was genuinely the best thing I've seen all year. Wasting a whole episode, boss, that did not happen. I promise you that did not happen. On character development is BS. That did not happen. They could have made a bonus episode for this. Seriously, this takes me back to One Piece. They waited 1 week just to get a filler. N 95? 5, no. 95 divided by 1,075 times 1,000 more.